One.Two.Lift. The podcast.
Hey guys, it's me, Cass.
And Luke, One.Two.Lift.
And we are just buzzing because Vamos España won the World Cup. Sorry to all the losers out there, but
there's only one winner. And it's
I'm super competitive, but you know what? We deserve the win. Our freaking team was incredible.
Boy, did we ever
the whole tournament.
It was unbelievable to watch.
Yeah. It's been so exciting in our house, guys. We've been off work. We're kind of in between jobs right now and loving, creating and making something big. But in this time, we've really got to enjoy the kids, enjoy our family, enjoy watching every game.
Yeah.
And our boys play, you guys, here in Spain, and they're just absolute fanatics of, the sport. So being able to watch with them, and they're at the age where they're actually watching the game and actually improving when we play with them.
Yeah.
So it's been so fun.
Yeah, it was really engaging because obviously the World Cup is special, right? You can watch a soccer match, football match any old time, but these are big games, and obviously how excited you and I tend to get about an important sporting event. So it felt like a big deal because it was in our house, and the boys were really
biggest
engaged.
Deal.
The boys were really engaged, and they definitely picked up some things watching. And oh man, it has been, I tell you what, they picked up some things in the crowd that we were at in the square watching the final as well, because it wasn't just us that was absolute maniacs. Watching
I think that's the difference. It's been like with any other thing that we've watched in our lives, like Luke and I, we love sports, and we have teams that like we're full in, dive in, like that's it. But this year the boys understood what was going on. They understood the tournament. They understood the teams. They understood the people involved. So yeah, they got to actually like join in with these huge crowds of people, and they were amazed, and they'll never forget it. So it's been cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to share that, as they get to different ages, right? It's fun to share that experience with them, I think.
And they're just as nuts as us, I realize. Yeah.
But there's, being here in Spain, I mean, obviously football is, a passion here in Spain, as it is in so many countries. But, typically watching a game, Cass, obviously with a stellar career yourself,
back in
soccer.
The day.
Well, it's a bit ago, but it was a heck of a run.
Yeah.
And you're incredibly knowledgeable about the game. And that's not always the case when you watch soccer, let's say, in Canada. Boy, these crowds, hey, people from all over, and just everybody, very engaged, super knowledgeable about the game.
Yeah, and actually, like, hockey in Canada is so freaking great. Like, when Canada is playing for, the Olympics or the World, oh my gosh, I already lost the name because I'm
World Juniors or something. Yeah.
Or the World, thing. I think being here, and with the sport being soccer or football, I'll say soccer just because it's easier for me because I also love American football. Sorry guys who don't. But honestly, it's an outdoor thing. So even when we've watched huge hockey games in Canada, and there's still like the cars and the parades, and you feel just the same because it's such a passionate bringing people together. But I think the difference here has been is that everyone is outside. So it's like, I don't know. It's like this big connected, everybody can hear each other, balconies, people's apartments are open.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like everywhere you go, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's been, honestly, I will never forget this year because of this. And it's a special year for us anyways, but it's a special year for Spain and a lot of places in the world. It feels like it's been, a big year for a lot of countries.
Absolutely. For the world in general.
Yeah. So this has been just so freaking moving, and seeing all the people just on the same team and no fights, no nothing. They're just happy and cheering through this whole tournament. And I'm getting goosebumps right now. It was just, probably one of the best things I've ever experienced in sport. For sure.
It's been really fun because the part of Spain we live in is very international. So, so all of the games had, nationalities represented. You could go and watch and be with Belgians and people from the Netherlands and
Yeah.
Swedes, all these things, everybody's here, certainly England matches. But then I don't know, man, watching a Spain game in Spain, it's been just really, it's been something else. So for myself who didn't play, well, obviously did for a little bit, but they asked me to stop. This has been just absolutely inspirational and for the boys. So just loving it, man. And hey, we're on a dynasty.
I know, and we
Euro
are
Cup, Women's Euro Cup, World
then
Cup.
now the World Cup,
It's coming.
and the players and the way they played, they totally deserved it. It's not like one of those wins where, it was a penalty shootout or something. The whole tournament, they showed up, every single player did,
Yeah.
and they worked together as a team, and they were tactical to in their way of attack and the way of winning the games with each team, the difference in the team. So they attacked and they did it. And I just the energy in Spain has been wild, but I think that's what also takes soccer to the number one sport in the world is that everywhere, well, I know that I've traveled, and everywhere that you go speak to people, everyone knows the sport, or they're playing with just a ball, and kids can just grab a ball and play in their backyard, or play in the street, or even on with themselves, like juggling the ball, and it's just one of those sports that everyone can play, and it's a sport that everyone actually around the world knows, whether they call it soccer or football.
Yeah,
I know in Africa they call it soccer, but it's just cool that it's a sport that is actually worldly.
definitely.
So it's really big, and I love to see the passion and people come out with, when it is your country, because, when it's like, let's say, La Liga or professional league, you have 2 cities next to each other. So you have, there's always someone with a different colored jersey. But here it was like everybody.
Yeah, the national competitions are unifying as opposed to,
Yeah.
we're
It
one
just
city
shows,
against
and
another.
there's
So
not, like, one person who who's not watching. There wasn't not one person who wasn't watching, like, seriously, even people that don't even know the game, even people like, older people, young people, people from across the world, like, everyone got the Spain flags out if they're here, and it was just, like, the best.
yeah, every square stuffed full of people with TVs out. I mean, it was, yeah, so it's fantastic. And I'm inspired by that unification. And that is, unification is something that's been on our minds.
Always.
Yeah.
I think, like, it has been just proof that, um just seeing people light up and energy flowing everywhere and everyone happy and no fights, and just the way traffic worked, where there's like millions of people in the
Yeah.
roads and millions of people shooting off fireworks and millions of people cheering, packing up little spaces like you said in old towns, and no fights. It just shows like what believing in the same thing and cheering together for the same goal does,
Yeah.
and it was really just beautiful to see, and I was so happy to be a part of it. We were right in a hot spot in, Estepona, the town that we live in, and it was, like, the perfect amount of big. It was, like, big enough, not too big, but the people around us, and it was a memory, and I love it. So, yeah, we're still buzzing,
We're
as you can
still
tell.
buzzing. Now, what the hell else has been going on, Cass?
So much. Yeah, that was a big part of the last bit, and I think it's a good time to start talking about how much, this area of Spain has consistently been, you know, every time something like this happens, or every year we reflect on our next year here, and would we go back, or what would we do next, or where would we live? I want to give a shout out to Spain. It's not just about one country winning the World Cup, but now we're going to get like more into why we love Spain and what it's done for us. And I'm going to say specifically this area as well of Spain, so the south of Spain, with all the different nationalities here and cultures and whatnot, and still keeping it Spain and the beautiful culture that Spain has to offer in respect of the Spanish people who've been absolutely incredible. But it's such a special area of the world that it's not just like Spain. It is Spanish people who've lived here their whole lives in just this area, like, I'm talking about just this area, who've opened up to a ton of international people, and international people who've opened up to the Spanish way of living,
Yeah.
and I think it's something really special. There's not, like, you know, a big crowd of, Dutch people that come, and they just want it to be how it is in the Netherlands with bikes everywhere, let's say. That's a little example, but I really think it's the most respectful area that I think.
I agree with you. So it's very different. I mean, you can,
Yeah.
let's say, take Toronto as an example, right? You get a big metropolitan area that draws people from all over the world, of course, but then you always have little whatever, right?
Yeah.
That where people from a certain country originally tend to pocket together and share their culture. And whether it's food, but also, all of the social mores, all the constructs. And if that's always the case, then sometimes that impedes integration. And, with immigration, it's always about, do we want people to integrate, which is what Canada tends to like to do, versus assimilate, which is like strip everything from your old place and now you're from this place.
Yeah.
And I think there's always a beautiful middle ground. And so it's not as though you can't find international stores and things like that, but it doesn't have that same setup where there's, little Italy, little Pakistan, little Tibet, whereas Toronto actually does have that exact
Yeah,
thing.
and streets just sort of and like, we don't have to even be gentle about the subject, like, there's so many cities right now that, um, have lost big cities in all over the world, um that have lost their reason of their country and the feeling. It doesn't feel like the same place, and there's
Yeah.
people even protesting against, where they immigrated, so it's a shame, and it's happening everywhere. It's not against any culture, but there are cultures that don't even know their own culture that are, um rebelling against something that I don't even know that they understand. So it's a shame. So culture is losing its value, I would say, everywhere, good or bad. So that's this is an area that, I feel that it's been keeping its culture, and I pray to God, and I pray that it never loses it. It just actually is getting better. Like, obviously, Spain isn't perfect, and
It
the
definitely.
dictatorship and it's not something I would prefer, but everyone to their own. But I think now it's in a okay space. Obviously, every country has their ups and downs, and the
Pendulum swing back and
yeah, yeah,
forth
yeah.
and things
So
like
we
that.
know this. So there's lots that we could say as well. But on the whole, the bigger picture is that this area is keeping this Spanish culture, and it's safe and it's beautiful, and I think people who are coming here are looking for a place of stability. So people are generally respecting the culture and and, um and living, and they put their culture in their own home, like, whatever you may believe, which is beautiful because we
Yeah.
all culture is what makes the world and our differences and values and what we believe in. But, okay, back to that belief system, I feel like here, everyone who relocates here, everyone who ends up immigrating here,
Yep.
and the Spanish people that have stayed here are all believing in this unity, this lifestyle, this beach lifestyle, allowing tourists in, but appreciating the winter when they're gone, and letting our dogs go out on the beach and walk together, letting, so there's lots of differences. They tolerate something, but we all do it together,
Yeah.
and it's just so neat since we've lived here. I love it.
And that's one element of culture. There's also the fact that, I mean, being Canadian, it's a really interesting perspective because you could put your finger on what Spanish culture is. You could speak to people from around the world and they would at least give you 3 to 5 adjectives that would be probably universally accepted that would describe what the culture of Spain is. I think it would be very difficult to do that same thing for a place like Canada or really a place like England today, I think it becomes difficult, to your point, where culture is a vague term in a lot of
It's
cases.
almost a feeling.
It's
It
almost a
is a
feeling. And
feeling.
it's that idea of being able to put your finger
And
on
it's
it
not a
is why I
religion.
say that.
It's not, yeah,
No, it's not, but it can be elements of that
a
as they are
mix,
represented
yeah,
in
a feeling.
the actions that the
Their
society as a
values
whole
of
takes.
belief. Exactly.
Yeah. And so I don't know, that is a pretty good segue since of the words that you just used, Cass, because culture has been something that has been on your mind.
Culture is a big thing. I love that freaking word because it's something before we moved away and since being young, and I know you too, when we ever talk about travel together, we've been so excited to experience culture. And again, that's the feeling.
Mhm.
Like it's not just like how they run things, what they believe in, sorry, how they live day to day in their rule system, let's say, or how, they eat. It's more the feeling,
Mhm.
like me and you, when we travel, we're like, we don't want to go to the big touristy things, especially if we only have a short time. We want to go to the place where the locals are.
That's right.
And it's not necessarily about what they're eating
Yeah,
or
it could be the
how,
same dish served at
yeah,
the super
or
touristy
or
place and
or
or the
how
hole in the
it's
wall.
appropriate to eat, let's say. But we love the feeling and the people and seeing them and the vibe, and some we like more than others, and that's just us. Like we all have places that feel more at home. And I think Spain, what's amazed me, and moving here, we wanted our boys to experience many different cultures because here it's easier to travel and I want to show them the world. I want to see the world. Now, some more than others, to be honest. But
As a Canadian, it's actually shocking that all of these countries in such close proximity throughout Europe truly do have variations in their culture.
yeah,
Because geographically, I mean, Canada is bigger than Europe. So it is for us a little bit baffling to have all of that cultural variation. But, it's by virtue of
it's
the history, the time
yeah.
marinating in each of those places. But um, carry on.
I
Where
love
you
that
were
you
going.
said that because I'm gonna go on a tangent here, but what you just said too, the people from all over here and the amount of clients that we both um met and friends and the boys' friends when they were, all the different cultures that we met, I almost feel like we can feel their country through that.
Mhm,
And there's some things I'm like, prefer more than others already
mhm.
just by feeling the people. So again, it's a feeling or how they respect other cultures. Like there's some, more um
Well, yeah,
than others. And for me that like it's a feeling. And it's not, there's some things that are just sort of like that, but you have to experience it to feel it, right?
in the show notes, we'll put sort of a dictionary of terms that we can identify with. Just
I know.
for
And
people who weren't watching. If
the
they
thing
were
is,
only listening, they might have
the
missed it.
thing is, I am a lover of all people so much, and I want to experience the world. And through all this and seeing so many people and understanding, I've never been so close to my family and as open as I am to culture. And now I know what our culture is.
Mhm.
We have our own culture as the Weingard Wings, and we are worldly, and it's okay. And culture has changed its meaning just in terms of a country and the way they run things. Culture is really actually aligning together to believe in the same thing. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a neat way to put it, Cass, because I was going to say something very similar. I was going to say that it's the perspective gained by truly getting to understand more cultures more deeply. And that is the value of travel, something you and I have always
Yeah.
said, and something we want for our children so
Yeah.
badly is for
Yeah.
them to see the world,
Empathy.
the people of the world. But it's funny that the closer you get to the diversity of different cultures, the more clearly you can internalize the fact that we are all incredibly connected. And I
Yeah.
think it is almost like one of those
Culture has
counterintuitive
changed.
things,
Yeah.
but it draws us closer by seeing the differences and feeling those things. So to me, I mean, I'm right on page with you. I mean,
I love it, and it's something we've learned by being over here and understanding what culture and language means because language, that word has even changed for me, and it's
to
a feeling
idiomas now.
again. Like, we can talk to people We have Spanish neighbors that we can't understand a thing we say, but our language is the same through feeling and our culture we're building together. So I just love this topic because I I'm so excited to tell you guys, like, the culture that we feel in Spain is something that has helped us see more clearly about what the importance of this whole little thing called life is to us, not necessarily to everyone. And that's the cool thing about life. There's no right or wrong. But for us, the culture that we feel here is unity through seeing all ages. Um, for us, all types of people, because we are surrounded by tons of different nationalities, but we unite in the same culture, because we're all here doing the same thing. And it's the seeing children have voices. Children are the most precious thing in Spain, which they should be, because they are these little beautiful balls of light that have so much more to say than we give them credit for, but they're looked after by one another, not just by like my child is always being seen by any adult
Yeah. All the
around.
adults at the playground, for an
It
example, are
is
watching all of the children.
unexplainable. And then the elderlies, like it's not really nursing homes here. It's not a judgment to the Americas and lots of places in Europe and whatnot, but it is something different. It is the way the torch is passed and the way people look out for their families and they build these teams. And for me and my family, it feels really right.
Mhm.
And there isn't that worry about aging. If anything, you're respected even more as you age and with wisdom, and people help. I don't know. It's just that's the culture I see. And also, culture is allowed to be the fact that people do eat close together. They have smaller homes. They are outside. For me, there is something magical about it. And I finally understand it. It's not just like we're eating under palm trees and we get this outdoor way of living. No, there's something about it where we're connected to each other through being all in open space. It's just
We do
outside
eat under palm trees a lot.
we do. We
That's not
do.
the point.
And it's such a dream, but there's something more magical to it. And if you embrace it and be open to it and get over, not having a dryer and your washing machine in the in the in the kitchen, which now I actually like, by the way. But like I get it. And for us, it's made us better and understand what our purpose is for and made us understand what's best for us as a family. So again, this is no judgment on anybody's lifestyle or culture that they believe in. I'm talking about us doing what's right for us and
Mhm.
us choosing what place we want to be in to believe in something with the community around us.
Yeah. Woof.
Hallelujah.
You
I'm
went,
just
you
kidding.
went, you went hard at the finish.
Mic
I,
drop.
I was gonna say, I was gonna share, this
I don't know. I'm
lovely,
so passionate about Spain. You can tell.
this lovely American couple that is actually renting, urbanization. They're here for a few weeks, and they have a small child, right between our boy's age, and so playing, we get to meet them a little bit, and we're chatting, and we were sitting with them, and pretty much right away, I don't recall if it was mom or dad, but they both sort of recognized right away the difference in the culture with children. And I think it came up in the context of a restaurant. And I think, all of us parents with young kids who are from many places, in northern climates at the very least, I think you want your kids not to bother anybody. And I know when we moved here with these two maniacs, I mean, you're on edge when you're out with your kids in a restaurant, and you don't, you just don't want to put anyone else out when they're out for their dinner. And that is in principle a very good thing. Taken much too far. Would you like a little bit more
Oh,
room
sorry,
in this
baby.
chair
I
area
just
there?
like to be closer.
Yeah, there we are.
See, I missed the connection.
And they said, right away they were at the restaurant, and they could just feel that there is such a different tolerance for children, for their natural, reasonable behaviors in a place, nobody turns their head when kids are laughing or having a moment when you're out and about. And if you do get a nasty set of eyes, well, they're probably from Sweden or the UK or something. But
or Canada
or Canada or the US. But there's just not
against them.
There's not that many of them here. That's why I said
we were those people. We would get a babysitter, keep the babies at home, and if there was a baby around us, give a dirty look. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, I remember very clearly saying we were, had a baby when we moved to Spain. Got a babysitter for the boys. We're out having a stroll. We had a nice little meal, and we're walking. And you go past a playground, and 11:30 at night, the playground is full of children. And I remember looking at you and saying, "What in the hell do people still want to be dealing with their kids for at 11:30?" Well, now, obviously, in the summer, we've got our kids at the playground at night because that's just what you do. But
more than that,
it's better than I just had no idea.
They get to experience, and more than that, we love being with our boys. And while we're eating, and we can still get a babysitter and like not have to worry for sure, because there's still that option.
If there's like a sweet DJ or something to go to.
Yeah. But you always, it's nice to bring the kids. Like you see how much love there is on those playgrounds, and there's always stuff to do for them. There's always things to do, and they experience just like we are, and everyone's looking out for each other. And you guys might think this is naive, but yeah, sure. In the summer, you get more people from all over. So it gets busy places. But on the whole, it is so freaking beautiful. And our boys have gained so much independence, resilience, and they know exactly what to do, where to go, where the limits are, because we've allowed them. We've opened up this wall for them, and they just know what's going on. They know, I just am so proud of them too. And what it's building in them. It's like we went back like 100 years, or back to when I was little, at least, where you just
just 95 years.
Well,
you look great.
Back in the day, but no, we were.
Was that your grandma voice?
Yeah,
that was amazing.
When I do that to Smith,
back in the day,
when I tell Smith my age, he's like, "Please don't get old. I don't want you to be a little old lady." Anyway, but the thing is, like, when we were kids, when the light goes on or whatever, it's so cliche to say that or whatever.
No, but I actually had.
But it actually had that.
I'm old.
Like we would ride around our bikes forever, and the lights go on.
The street lights come on.
You zipped home, and you got to the point where you knew where the sun was, because you knew you had 2 more minutes or whatever.
You knew the sundial would start chiming at home.
No, for real. Like you knew the air. So it was like we were different, and we got that. And to see our boys have that, and we live in an urbanization now, which means condo complex, I guess. But it's an urbanization, and we have kids all over, and this summer it's much more busy. In the winter we're the lone wolves, which we love, but like this, it's just it feels like natural.
Yeah.
And we have Spanish neighbors who would die for us, look after us, and we can't speak to each other too good. It's Andalusian Spanish versus like trying to learn, and our boys got it down. But I just am so proud of all of us. We've all grown and let something go that was something we didn't even know that was holding us back.
Because the culture has changed us, and I think that was really lovely what you said there, because I think we gained by virtue of releasing something. And
big release, though.
Boy, I think there's probably a number of those examples, and maybe that's something for us to chew on for an actual topic.
We always get thinking after everything,
because that was a really lovely thing you said there, and I think it's 100% true. It has changed us in so many ways.
All of them.
Moving here, I think there's, what are the true costs of relocating is probably its own episode. But I mean, talking about the challenges and benefits equation, I mean, we are on the side, obviously, of benefits far outweighing the challenges we've experienced. And I think
just getting hot.
This is one of the ways in terms of And I think it's so multifaceted, right? It's the outdoor way of life is part of the equation.
It is.
The love of children being children and not just seen and not heard kind of thing it's genuine. And so that is legitimate.
And listening to the children, not in behavior, guys. Like, don't get all, yeah, I just can't let the kids run all. No, behavior is something we teach, but listening to them, we're all unique. And I love that the culture, you see it, feel it every day. You see it in their teachers and like their school teachers. And it's helped myself as a mother, Luke as a father, and all us as people mostly is like, wow, we all have something unique and something to say. And we just help each other be better in the day-to-day society stuff and try to get through that and let the unique side of us like out. Man, we are gonna get that World Cup trophy ourselves. So it all makes sense. And man, I'm thankful for Spain. So Spain, you just didn't win the World Cup the other day. You freaking won us. And I am so blessed to call this my home, our home, and you will forever be the biggest part of our map. And man, that's powerful. So thank you.
You went like full Hallmark movie there.
Ah!
You went all the way out, and it takes nothing away. It was beautiful.
The funny thing is,
boy, oh boy.
I can't. Sometimes I don't want to talk about these topics that we make up right before we do these because I'm like, it's too deep. Like I'm gonna cry. I got so much to say, and I just love you, Spain. Like vamos, vamos, and the fact that you won, and my friends are everywhere. My family, me and my boys, my husband are kissing, and people we just met who loves me. Like it was just a postcard. So,
and hey, what's the deal with Chileans being just lovely? Have we met
shout
a
out
Chilean
to the Chile people? Like seriously,
that we haven't thought was just fantastic?
no, there's something about that. Sorry, that played like
Yes.
just fantastic.
Or I guess the Chileans we met in Spain. Either way, boy oh boy, lovely people. Cass basically sat in
I
the
love
lap
when you
of
say
this lovely
boy,
lady.
oh boy.
Me too.
It's a funny one.
Thank you.
I said holy moly macaroni the other day. You gave me a look, but I got used to you saying boy, oh boy. I love him.
Golly gee.
Willie.
Oh shucks. No, I think that Cass spent most of the game sitting in this large Chilean lady's lap.
The reason I'm smoking a vape right now is because I've like tried to hold back how much I could talk about. But yeah, I was sitting in a Chilean's lap, but it just showed unity.
Shocked that you've got that thing in your hand.
Well, it was.
What if people were only listening? They wouldn't have known.
We're quitting right after the World Cup is done, and we're still celebrating.
That's right. But the World Cup celebration is done. And
for 4 more years. We're the champs for 4 more years. They gave me the end.
Hey, is there a Women's World Cup? And it
was already last year.
It was last year.
I read that somewhere. We missed it. I think it was,
what did the hey?
I think they're one off.
Did Spain win?
I don't know, guys.
We won the Women's Euro.
I'm back for that. No, but I don't think we need to talk about it because we just won the World Cup.
Toes.
Anyway.
World champions. Oh. So I think that is where this lies.
So I just think Spain has opened us up to not just believing in something as a team, and then from there community, and from there the world. We're worldly in belief in connection and humans and plants and the sea and all this stuff. But truly, it's actually challenged us so much from a place that we just didn't know how good it can be. And the better it gets, the harder it gets. It's had us search into areas of us that, wow, I didn't know. And it's okay. And knowing that you're surrounded by so much support. Now I'm talking about our little team here, but on a bigger scale, we all are. We all are. Um, Nobody is ever alone, no matter what country you live in, and there's always someone who will be there for you. It doesn't have to be family. It doesn't even have to be friends. There's someone who would be happy to open the door for you and pull the seat out for you and talk to you. So it's just so cool being in a place where there's a lot of aloneness when you first get here. I'm talking about the people who make this big change and then realize, wow, people are people. And this is why our vision, our things have made sense lately.
Yeah.
But no matter where you live and it's how you look at it and how you be open to that. Be open to that. We are all on the same team.
And to be able to, because you have to in your head, be able to receive that, right? And I think that is where the stuckness is. As you were saying it, you could see I was thinking.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking about the person who is feeling alone, no matter where they're living, right? Because
And
they would hear that and go, well, yeah, but
and
nobody's here to help me.
sometimes the most alone people are with the most quote unquote support around them. And that's where it's a bummer and a place of community or a team of culture. This could be in a workplace. This could be in your friend group. This could be in your own family, in your city, of a safe city. Um, Sometimes the most alone or the most um, confusion confusing state is when it looks perfect on paper, but you feel alone or that you don't believe in the same things. And I guess I'm going on a tangent, but
I was going
you
to
are
say,
never alone. There's always people who feel the same way. There is always people that feel the same way. And there's always people that want to be on a team. There's always people who want to head in your direction that you're heading or who will actually support you. Support means lifting you and you lifting them. And it is out there. And this place has taught us that. And it has not been perfect. It's not like we landed here and made the best of friends and made the best jobs and best decisions. No. But what it taught us is to not be scared that there is something better and that we can let go of what is not in our best interest or that the chapter has closed. Whereas when you're stuck in a place where you think it should look good on paper,
yeah,
you don't leave because you're like, well, I have it I have this team, I have this workplace, I have this group of people. But the reason you feel stuck is because you don't know why you don't feel good in it. And here has taught us that it's okay to say goodbye to even things that might have felt good at one time. And you just get freaking better for the next. And it's okay to keep moving on as long as you be open to.
yeah. And it becomes very hard to see that, as you say, when you're surrounded by your network that you've had over time, that you've had, whether it is family or longtime friends or a workplace, let's say, you're right. It becomes very difficult to see your way out of the fact that you don't feel the connection. Whereas when you leave everyone you know and move across the world to a city where you know zero people, then it becomes a lot more
Two
clear.
babies on the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it does, I think, become a lot more clear. And then you quickly realize that there is other people looking at the same thing, feeling the same way. And it gives you the opportunity to realize that by having the guts to reach out, you're going to have somebody reach back. And that is, I think, probably true across the board, but it's hard to know it in the former scenario as opposed to in the scenario of relocation, let's say, where
And
you know no one
the
and you're stuck.
only and exactly. And the only way to truly understand this is not by listening to a podcast or by going somewhere. And you have to be challenged. You have to really challenge yourself to really truly understand this, because when you are challenged, it's like when you're in a fight, you have nothing, you have no weapons left, and you have to open your eyes and realize you have resources around you. You grab the tree and hit the branch into them or something rather than I don't know, but it's like it's
Keep going. I love this analogy. This is tremendous.
but it's truly when you are at your underdog moment, you can start to see because you have nothing left to go back on. Like, I think, and when you can't, that's when, anyways, we could go on all day about this, but
It goes to you never know what you're capable of until you have no
until
option.
you've been shot. Yeah. And this isn't just in like survival or feeling connected. This is also about life. Like, I realized too that
Yeah, I wasn't talking about your fighting analogy.
but I realized too that we are meant to evolve and change every single day. And if you're stuck in the same tribe that you don't, you entered the tribe because you believed in it. Okay. There's always a reason you entered some sort of place or some sort of community, some sort of team, some sort of place. I said that twice. Because you
But the
believed
second
in
time
it.
it was placid.
Because you believed in it or felt good at the time. But just remember, we are always growing and changing constantly. And I'm okay with that now. And I love every single place on the map I've been, person that I, you know, has been a big part of my life. I thank them actually, even the bad ones, because you just lit the fire to the old legs, and I'm stronger now. But you helped me see. But like,
It's just, yeah.
here's the branch. No, but I mean it. Like, I mean, we're always growing and changing, and once you are challenged so much, you realize who the heck you are and who you actually need to get it to reach this change.
Yeah.
And like, it opens your eyes to where the help is and where the unity is and the people who are wearing the Spain flags, like with you. Now I'm going to World Cup.
I know, but I love
But
you went full circle there.
yeah, but
Nice.
it's just cool, and it's okay to let go. And because you realize that as long as you got, here, the openness, and you have the team that loves you too, and you love them, and you give and receive this, we're all lifting each other, and we're allowed to have, a sore ankle. Um, I just think it's beautiful. It's just helped me understand the whole purpose and to keep moving and keep changing. And the ones who aren't changing with you, it's okay. You don't have to be angry. You just love them, but you move, and it's great.
You can thank them for the season, right?
Yeah, so we've learned so much, and this could go on for days, but I think Spain has opened us up to not being scared anymore because we found a place that we believe in the culture and we believe in where we are right now.
Yeah.
You never know where we're going to be next and what place we'll fall in love with for where we are then. But right now in this moment, we're so freaking proud of Spain.
Sure
We are
are.
Spanish. We are a part of Spain. Our boys are Spanish. We live here. This is 5 years together, the longest place our boys have ever touched foot on. And we're just so proud of it. And we're proud of Spain. So thank you, Spain. We would never be doing this podcast. We would never be doing the things we have in store. Our dreams have gone so big, and it's fun.
Absolutely.
Because I can't wait to see the challenges along the way, because we've realized it's helped us grow and see
It has
more.
been an absolute
Yeah.
catalyst for each of us individually and us as a unit to look inward, look outward and around, look up, and
Look down, even.
look down at all of the ways we touch each other. And I think we are now. Did you just make that? Because
I did it.
the touch each other was like a
Sort of a joke. It's something you would have done to me.
absolutely. And I very rarely say things like that. I was going to make a
What do you
joke at
meant by-
myself, but I'm so proud of you for doing it.
I know. can't believe I just did that.
I loved it. It's great. I stopped my whole train of thought because of it. It has absolutely been a catalyst for our growth and I think our improvement. And we'll see about what's next. But I tell you what, every day the plans get more exciting, they get closer, they get bigger.
And more blurry, which is the exciting part. Our movie, we're just excited to see how it ends, but not really. We're excited for right now. Like, that's also,
Excited for
I
its
love that there
unfolding.
isn't a plan,
Yeah.
but we have a plan in our hearts. And we're going to take one step towards it, and it's going to get bigger because we are reaching bigger than we didn't even know we could get to.
We've got a feeling and we've got a framework.
Yes! And
All the details
we
can
have
get
each
filled in
other.
along the way.
We have each other, and
got it.
that's all that matters. And growing together, and that's what it's all about.
You know, it just takes
One.Two.Lift.
oh, and you stole my thunder. I love you, kid.
I love you too, babe. I'm proud of us, and I'm proud of anyone who's just doing it. Like, I know the right people come, and like, we're so proud of anyone who resonates with this. It's a lot because it doesn't always make sense what Luke and I are saying, but I know
It might in fact not make any sense.
but I know it will to someone, and that's the whole point. This isn't for most views and this, that, but we have so much to let out of our little hearts.
Mom, we're not doing this to get the most views.
Luke's Anna, or what's
Wait
the
a
word?
tick. I'm out.
He's like, how many views did we get on that? You know?
I got to review my contract.
No,
I don't know.
kidding.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, like, we freaking love you. And I don't even know who you are, but what I do know
But we know we freaking
is that anyone who is watching this, however it may be,
it will be.
it will be. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. Hopefully you're the bees looking, the bees and the honey thing, or the fly. We got to say it because it's been a while.
Do you want to give it the first round?
I wrote it on my piano.
Yeah, but you can't see it right now. Give it a shot.
Okay, so. Can't, babe. I have to look at it because now I'm in the pressure zone.
Don't waste time.
Wait, I want to read it to you because I actually wrote it down.
So a bee does not waste.
Oh, wait. Don't give it up yet.
A bee does not
Is
waste.
it there?
I know, but does that give you enough to go on?
I just want to read it and show them that I truly actually wrote it.
Right.
And it lives on, the, my piano, like where you're supposed to have the notes, which I don't have notes. I just have art. Okay, so this is the quote. A bee does not waste its energy trying to convince a fly that honey is better than shit. Some minds aren't meant to be changed. Save your energy for what really matters. I think there was another thing to it, but that's it. Oh no, I wrote it in my black book. Do you know where I have this really special black book, guys.
It's right beside you.
Oh, it's always
that is. Oh, there was a lead in.
There's more to it.
Yeah.
I wrecked it.
No. That is the meat and potatoes of the quote.
This is the quote. I have two. I'm going to tell you the B one first. While we're
I think that's the smart place to start.
Before you get into an argument, remember this quote. A bee does not waste its time trying to convince a fly that honey is better than shit. Some minds are not meant to be changed. Save your energy for what actually matters. I love it. If you can't get that, you're a fly.
And if you are, buzz off.
Yeah. Like, the right people will come. Okay, here's another one that I love. I wrote it at the front of my book. When you finally stop playing small and let others be confused by the mystery of your lore, keep them wondering.
So the power of silence. Do you see what I did there? I should have picked that up for you, but it was way better.
I can't believe I just went silent like that.
Amazing.
Like, usually my hook line is good, but I was like,
I think even you were really like, is there something else?
But keeps them wondering. I didn't do it perfectly, you guys, but you know what? Let them be confused and just keep them wondering.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The mystery of your lore was really and then you keep them
And
wondering.
constantly change, yeah.
You got it.
Anyways,
Anyways,
we're done. Now we're really done. Okay, so now we've lost people. But you guys, One.To.Lift. Tomorrow we have a really good podcast. We're actually going to expose the big dream of One.To.Lift and what's to come and the big vision.
It's coming.
It's coming. So if you really want to know, if you're curious, the lure will be given out. Okay, guys.
All right. We're going to keep you wondering. Ciao for now.
Vamos, España. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.